Hello, welcome to my Briar jungle guide. I'm a Challenger player since 7 years and I'm consistently top 10 on the EUVS server. And today, here, I will show you everything to climb with Briar. In lower ranks, also here in all ranks, Briar is the highest win rate throughout them all. If you go on silver, iron, bronze, gold, platinum, Briar is the highest win rate, and in this video I will show you everything you need to know, and then good luck in your climbing. Most importantly, a very fun champion to play when I played her a lot.
My blade is yours.
The entire video will be split up into 3 pieces. Number 1 will be the general guide. That means, which items do you buy, which runes do you take, which pathing do you have, what are your specific strengths, what steps you should do in the game, when to gank, when to farm, when to play aggressive, everything explained here in the guide. Number 2 will be a review. I'll be taking the best Briar player in the entire world and review and explain step by step how to do it yourself. And number 3 will be my own gameplay, showcasing how I play Briar and also why it's doing an educational game. Now, we're gonna jump right into the guide. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. I can do that on every single champion. It's of course more effort, but if it helps you, I'm happy. Let's go. All right, starting off with the runes for Briar, I would highly recommend to always go here, press the attack, triumph, alacrity, and coup de grace. There's some variety with last stand, some variety with lifesteal, but this is straight up the most valuable and efficient. Now, for the secondary tree, I would recommend to always go boots. There are some people that do go domination with Treasure Hunter, which is, generally speaking, really nice to have and also works very well with her getting items, but you don't want to buy boots. That's for most champions. We take Master Yi as an example. You want to rush your first item because that's a big spike. For Briar, first item, it's going to be Titanic Hydra. We get to that in a second, is a very valuable spike. So you want to play for that if you can. For the items, very simple. You want to always go Titanic Hydra. There's option for Blade of the Ruined King. Is also on win rate sides. I can show you here real quick. Win rate wise, it is considered almost a similar, if not higher win rate than Titanic Hydra. Keep in mind, we want to climb it in the end in higher MMR of games. Titanic Hydra gives you just more survivability because it's extra HP, and you can also kill squishies faster than with Blade of the Ruined King. So Blade of the Ruined King is only optional instead of Titanic Hydra in games where enemies are extraordinary tanky, but in those games we can consider in the first place if we even want to pick Briar, because she can lock down squishies very, very well. Now, with that being said, the core item build is going to be Titanic Hydra into Black Cleaver. You have a decent sustain with your E and W, so not necessarily needed the Blade of Ruined King sustain, but of course more is always juicy. And for the third item, it gets very interesting. It's always gonna be a Death Stance or Spirit Visage or Sundra Sky, or I can show you here because this is perfectly explaining it here. Death Stance, Spirit Visage, Sundra Sky, Sterak's Gauge is always core for Briar, and situationally even GA. Because Briar works so well with GA, because if she dies, you will always get her W and Q back up, maybe even her E, and then she instantly can get a damage output. We take Master Yi as an example. If he buys GA and he dies in the middle of the fight, very rarely is he actually getting his Q back up, because Q has a very low cooldown and only goes lower if he's doing auto attacks. Briar, on the other hand, the moment she uses WQ, shortly after she dies, we imagine it, she's going to have W and Q back up, leading to GA, also one of the variables to GA having a high win rate. Now that is for the runes and items, and now we can jump right into the strengths and weaknesses. Now for the strengths and weaknesses, I wrote down a few points I see as very important. Is that first of all, you have a very good one-shot combo, especially against squishies. We imagine enemies have a Jhin. You know, you can do a W into A, first auto attack on the Jhin, Q auto attack again, Titanic Hydra, and W. That is an insane damage output, and you always have then your E to disengage afterwards. With that, you have an insane one-shot potential. Again, Titanic Hydra is core for that. That is a really big strength, is that you're basically an assassin that has very good sustain and is completely fine in the game. Also in skirmishes, so 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, she is fabulous. Not necessarily weak nor strong in 5v5 or 4v4 situations, but you always want, if you can, that's my tip for you, try to have mid lane 2v2 with a support at best 3v3s. Briar can play usually with 2 WQ combos in that one fight, and then she is almost unmatched. There are barely champions that can do that better than her. Maybe Volibear, but as you can see, it's already very interesting to match that. Now, her scaling is very decent. People don't know that well, but Briar actually scales very, very decently. If she gets to 3 items, let's say Death Stance as well, she's gonna be a big threat. Because she has her cooldowns very quickly, she shreds enemies, she has one-shot potential, she's tanky. It's very decent for the team. Also, Black Cleaver helps your team a lot if you have win conditions to like get the stacks for your team. She's fine taking objectives. Now, with the strengths, you can already tell that most likely you want to play her in a way where you do safe farming, you get sneaky picks everywhere, and you want to have fights on objectives at 2v2, 3v3. The macro on how you play to those objectives is then fundamentals. You learn it on my streams, you learn it on my course. Everything is in the description. If you want to get better, you need to usually get mid lane control or bot lane control and then have a rotation to the dragon with even numbers. That's exactly what Briar wants. Now, to the weaknesses, her split push is not that good in the mid lane game. She's kind of forced to team fight. And as you know, 4v4, 5v5, she's not insanely strong. So you will need to play in a very assassin kind of style, like more like Kiana, but Kiana is then way better than Briar doing so. So as you can see, her split push already leads to one of her weaknesses. Her ganking is pretty fine, but it's not necessarily strong, right? It's pretty average, if not below average. If you take other champions like Elise, Jarvan, Rek'Sai, they all have it so much easier to get proper ganks and also have damage output. If the enemies have champions to like have a jump, like let's say Azir E, Tristana W, it's very hard to find successful ganks. She can also get locked down pretty heavily, so you don't want to play against champions like Amumu that are very tanky, so hard to kill, and also have decent CC, because with CC chain combos and burst, she will still die and she can get kited pretty hard. Keep in mind that is mainly against champions like Kai'Sa and Vayne. So against those champions, also when you think you're getting extremely kited, then again, maybe you shouldn't pick Briar in that game, or you try to avoid the weakness as much as possible and play for your strength. Here, 2 more points is when to farm, when to gank. I mean, I explained it already. You should go mainly to focus on your farm and get sneaky picks on ganks. The biggest reasons people stuck in low MMR is they go for a gank where the enemy laner still has more than 80% HP. You go for a gank when they are below, with Briar, 60% HP. At best, 40%, 30%. The lower they are, the safer the gank is. So you always full clear unless you find a good opportunity with good setup, and then you go for the gank. That sounds very basic, but with other champions, it is completely different. With Briar especially, very important to play it that way. For the combos, tips and tricks, my advice is you should never use W on like lane minions when enemies are close, when you don't have your E up. Your E is always your safe escape when you use your W. So when you don't have E is on cooldown, it is pretty decent cooldown, like 13 seconds. You just have to be very aware that you shouldn't be using your W likely. I will show you if you use W here randomly, and then I get pulled into a tower. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Zero counterplay. But if I have E up and I know this was a bad decision to use my W, I can always just insta use my E and I'm cancelled and walk away. Now, these are all the tips and tricks. I hope this helped you, this small guide here with all the bullet points. And now we jump to the review. Let's go. Okay, for the review, we're taking a look at Logan Jungle. Challenger since every single season Briar is out. I'm gonna put my camera over here so it's more chill. And okay, what is he doing? Okay, now, Logan Jungle is Challenger every single season with Briar, and this is the stream where he climbs to Challenger. Now I'm gonna review how he does it and also give some insights on how I would do it, okay? Why is he putting his cap on top here again? What is he doing? What the fuck? Okay, how does he play? Okay, he plays like this. Okay, I'm very curious to do that. So far, I've been enjoying it a lot, like making generally speaking guides. I've done it on multiple champions. He starts blue buff. Debatable if it's correct. I personally always like to have chicken start with Briar because also her like I show you here on the minimap, chickens into Crux and then wrap of Wolves, Grump, Blue, Top Scuttle, and then mid lane potential gank or re-clear chickens into Crux is generally speaking a path I like a lot. Also having Tiamat ready already is always beautiful, but he paths top to bot probably because macro wise he wants to play for his bot lane. He have already very useful tip. Do not walk the long way here, but jump over the wall. I mean, it's just a little bit faster, right? He does W, auto attack, Q, auto attack. Now he spams his auto attacks. Look when he uses his W again, as late as possible. The moment he cancels his W, is instantly using his E. He sees Talia top lane. So, because of that, macro-wise, he wants to invade. Makes total sense. Why? Because you see 12 CS and you also see that she has no blue buff. If she has no blue buff, then that means she could not have cleared her bot side as well, obviously, right? Because how can she gank top, has 12 CS and also done her bot side? Like, it doesn't make sense, you know? So because that jungle tracking wise, you know, her bot side is up. This word is also pretty valuable because you can immediately tell if Talia is going to like contest the camps here. She didn't go. Now he's going for a bot lane gank. Now, as you know from my tip, you should go for a gank when it's below 60-50%. I don't like this gank too much because it's under tower. I personally wouldn't go for that. He goes very aggressively. Traded some HP. Now he's low HP. Cannot play for bot scuttle necessarily. But just ignores bot scuttle. We do have good vision on Talia. I don't know what Talia is doing. He's going for Crux now. Very interesting. Look at this healing. This is also really beautiful. I'm considering to play Briar as well on like my high elo accounts because this is looking really fun. Also when I played it, it's like always fun for me to play this champion. I don't know what it has, but it has some specific spice, you know? Like when you go to an Indian restaurant, there's also like specific spices that you just is really enjoyable, right? That's how I would view Briar. Okay, he bought Tunneler. Very interesting. Let me see how much gold he had in the pocket. Okay, he only bought Tunneler because he didn't have enough gold for Tiamat. That's also the reason why I would have done my normal clear with chickens into Crux into red buff and then probably went for the invade and then cleared my topside camps. That's how I would have played it, okay? He W's over the wall here as well. Tries to find a top lane gank. Look at the HP. Every time he goes for a gank, I can assume they're going to be low on HP. That's exactly how I tell you. If they're high HP, don't waste your time. You want to be busy at farming because your scaling is underrated. Okay, so he does his bot side camps. I mean, so far it's very clear. Now this mid lane play is already very interesting. You don't want to fight. Now, question for you, why not? Numbers disadvantage, right? Biggest fundamental in the game. Actually curious how he makes it work. Okay, let's look at this. Garen goes for proxy. He just walks up. This is exactly... It's so funny when I see this because it's like I didn't even watch the game and I already knew everything how this game is going to go because I wrote down her strengths. I wrote down her weaknesses. I then know how to play Briar correctly. And if I look at the best Briar player, of course, I'm going to see something similar than that. Okay, gets chickens, resets Tiamat. I would not want to ult bot lane here. Okay, he did not get... How did he not get tower aggro? Let me see. Karma took tower aggro. That was really well played from Karma. I mean, even if Karma didn't, he could probably still flash out, right? It goes very deep on that.
19 months of sub to the goat. Many more to come.
Okay, that was misplayed. Very interesting how he does it. I would have never went for that play. I would have never ulted there in the first place. Debatable macro-wise if it was straight up wrong from him, right? Going for the bot lane dive, is it necessary? We already got an advantage. We could have also gotten the dragon, red buff, Crux, maybe with good communication, contested even grubbies. All interesting points to bring up here, right? Now look at this auto attack reset. This is exactly how you play it with Briar. If you're like new to the champion, you W and then Q auto with the basic auto you can't cancel with the W, into Titanic Hydra into W. He's against the wall, every time his W runs out, jumps over the wall with the W, very basic clear. I mean, you all can be curious already how I'm gonna play Briar, and then you can let me know whether I should play her in higher MMR. Did he get the chickens as well? Muting the team, would not recommend to mute. Okay, secures the wave first, very simple. Let me look at this gank again. So now this is interesting, he's not going for mid lane wave, he's looking at bot lane. So keep in mind that this is exactly the 2v2 3v3 skirmishes we want to get to. I think with Briar, the reason also he paths bot side is because Briar is so good at 2v2 3v3, right? So you always want to play for bot lane. Like top lane technically speaking 2v2 is fine, but I think 3v3 is where she shines the most. As you can see, he's not fighting too much, right? He's taking fights where he knows he wins. There are so many fights he was avoiding, which most clients of mine would simply not avoid. Very sneaky trick here to E over the wall from Fog of War, to stun him against the wall. Really well played. I don't think I would have played it this way. I would have straight up just W'd over the wall. He knows how to play Briar. Now these ults are very tricky. Now look, I need to pause it here. Look at this angle. He Qs exactly, ults exactly here. Because you, first of all, if you stand, let's say, on this edge, it's very hard to hit a precision, like a precise ult, right? But his ult covers the entire area here. Where is Garen going to go? There's the Talia wall. There is the disengage. There's a huge area he covers with this ult. I like that ult a lot. I would throw it exactly like this. And it might not hit, you see? There's just the highest probability possible of it hitting. He immediately used Q during the fly, and then he used W, also interesting to take a look at, for the auto attack reset. So you fly, ult, first auto attack, Q, second auto attack. So for ult fly, first auto attack, Q, W, second auto attack, and then Titanic Hydra third and W fourth auto attack. Beautiful. Okay, first you need to clear everything here, otherwise your W will walk back to those crux. You don't want that. He gets the chickens, finds a reset, doesn't want to fight too much. Hey, did he get the top lane gank here? Okay, beautiful. Always what Briar wants. Now I would, if I was him, take this wave and then walk all the way up to push the next wave. He doesn't do that. He wants to reset for the dragon. The wave is around here. Around here, let me see. 8 seconds. Yeah, I think it's good that he like stops his reset. Because dragon is just spawning. Okay, Cassie got this kill. Now the play would be wrap off into dragon. Maybe bot lane priority, but not necessarily needed. Like I would always do the wrap off here. And it's... Okay, I mean, they kill it very quickly, right? I would always do the wrap buff here because I clear it very quickly and it's like a drive-by wrap buff, right? Because you use all your combo and then all your cooldowns like have more, they're just more efficient, right? Your cooldowns go off more often. Now I think what he's doing here, look at it again. This is a big mistake I see often, is look at his pathing. He's not taking the mid lane wave. This is very inefficient. Now he wants to give it to Yunara, but Yunara's not here. Best would have been to take the wave here. You see, you would have an insane pressure, and then you can ult or herald. That would have been the best. He didn't do so, which is okay, right? Briar's a little bit of a different playstyle, but you can take it away for your games. I would have shoot my ult here, always. I show you how I would have played it. I WQ, and after this E, I have a small window to use my ult. On this E against the wall, I use my ult already on Senna. Senna oftentimes will not expect that ult to go through. Then I do one more auto attack on the Yone. You see Yone, here last auto attack, and now I fly to Senna. That's how I would have played it. And if I miss my ult, I miss my ult, right? I'm not going to use my ult now anyways, you know. There he goes. Stop me now. Double charge, nice. And you see he's not using his W because he doesn't want it to go off yet. Unless it's secure. The entire play is though very garbage. I don't like this. I don't know what he's doing because he's getting full outnumbered. Now it's so funny. Now, apart from the Briar mechanics and gameplay, you can clearly tell how far you could come with macro improvements, right? And fundamentals. This Logan guy is climbing to Challenger very well, right? But he has more in him. Like, I saw already a bunch of mistakes he did. If he improves on all of them, I think he has decent potential of climbing higher, which is beautiful for me. It basically showcases how much there is you can do with Briar. I think no issue climbing 1k LP plus. right? Again, focusing on fundamentals, correct macro, and then the champion mastery itself, which this guy has a decent amount of, right? This is now for you everything you want to get in with Briar. Like this is, you don't want to split push, but you want to get the side lane catch. You can always ult to your team.
You're not getting away.
You see, he's not getting away ever, you know? He can run, but he's just getting Q'd again, W'd again. And that's when Briar gets very scary, you know? So he has W very little cooldown. And every W is the W active as well, which he gets insane HP. Look at his item build, Titanic Hydra Black Cleaver core. And then depending on the game, we have here Sundara's guy. He gets Attakan. Now, the play shouldn't be bot lane siege, for all who don't know. Game is 21 minutes. We shouldn't siege bot. We should siege top lane. Unless we really want to play for Dragon and the Dragon timer's up, right? And if they're winning so hard, that's fine. But it's mainly enemies griefing, right? We got the bot lane tower. Okay, can they end? No, of course not. They're trying to end. I think that's not necessary. Like here, the game is won, which I see also in low MMRs a lot. Just go dip. I don't think you can end. Look at the HP. Just dip, Dragon, wrap buff, reset, and then 4 top, 0 mid, 1 bot. GG, we won. Okay, it doesn't need to be hard. The reason why is same as in chess. You don't give enemies counterplay. You see, he flashes in, he dies, maybe he doesn't, maybe he does, maybe we don't know, maybe we don't play in a maybe, we play in full control and dominance. Okay, so now the game takes, by the way, longer, gets the dragon, and now we should play topside. Let's see if NA high challenger Elo NA does this correctly. Enemies try to contest mid and wave, which is absolute nonsense.
I got the W2.
Let's go, this champion! Now there's no way! Okay, this is a reason to pick up Briar now. This play was enough for me to pick this champion. Imagine you're playing solo queue and you get run down by this and you just want to chill. Also interesting, he's not using his auto attack. He did use his auto attack reset now. Okay, that's about the review part. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's jump into how I would play Briar. His camera is again on the other side of the world.
Now I'm gay.
What? All right, starting off with my Briar game. I will path to bot, as Logan did as well. We want to play around bot side because luckily we are red side here. This top side is always red, bot side is always blue side. To top, we can start chickens into Crux into wrap off as my plan was. I can also tell you soonish if it would be fine to first we do auto attack W auto attack. Okay, perfect. And then wait with the second W until it's like low. I can tell you like soonish on you if you can do that on like blue side as well. Perfect kiting. We walk over the wall here. Then W here. Attack the big one. W late. Insta cancel for my E. I can see myself playing this champion in scrims as well, by the way. In competitive play. When I go to like a tournament with like other streamers. Maybe they will get a surprise. We smite this, so our W deals more damage. I will tell you in a second, is it a good smite or not? I don't think smite is needed. I think you could just double W it. Okay, we're gonna do a Q, insta Q for the gap close. Q auto, auto W auto. You see, I didn't even look at the lanes yet because it doesn't matter. We need to get our clear done. Dice from the burn, perfection. We can Q auto W auto. Nice. This is Diamond Elo. We're playing here in Diamond Elo, by the way. So it's like top 1%. I think it's top 1 to 5%. We auto take the blue buff, W the ground, 2 auto attacks, full kill, and E against the wall. Scarlet spawns in 10 seconds. We're pretty fine in time. Nice. My W would see if there was a champion, by the way. But that is all completely fine. We want to re-clear our chickens. As I told you, we'll have perfect reset for the Tiamat as well. So we want to like gank mid lane and then go for enemy, like for mid lane gank. Chunk it. Maybe even enemy chickens re-clear is also very interesting. I'm going to check if Ekko's here. They're going to spawn any second. I'm going to smite this and clear it. Nice. That's the like if you do start chickens, make sure you have control over the re-clear. Because losing the chickens here is really brutal for you. Okay, we'll see if we can do something. Oh, I actually cannot, and I need to... I'm griefing. That's hilarious. My bad, sorry. How much CS does he have? 33. He also did my chickens. Oh, okay. Very well done from him. Very interesting. I'm gonna go Titanic. Okay, so my goal was to get the W. I think I can rush the dragon here because I'm not gonna go for my chickens. They're gone. If I go to my Crux, the distance to my wolves is pretty far. So I'm gonna sneak an early dragon here because I also have triple longsword. Diana should die too. Wave pushes to us. That's completely fine. My team is tilted as per usual. Ekko should do Crux and then reset and go to his top side. That's why I can sneak this. I should be completely fine with that cheese. So the goal was to W, Q the Diana, and then W again, and then use my E to instantly get out. The problem was I got in tower aggro. The moment Briar is in tower aggro, there is no disengage. My smite is also pretty bad. I should have smited a little bit later. Earlier. I wanted to have 2 smites for the dragon. Now it's not needed. I'm gonna smite it just for security reasons. But I don't think it's needed to use my smitey because Ekko has to be topside. His chicken spawn in 55. We know that because of Professor. We can see here 50 seconds. Also very nice. Okay, that was W. Auto Q W again. I'm gonna just probably give my topside completely. Looks completely fine here. I'm gonna get bot skull and then enemy chickens. That looks the best. And we are getting strong. Yeah, I can't really walk up. I need to respect. You see here, even with not having E, it's already very tricky. If I keep running at them, I will die. The All-Star cancels this reset. I cannot play too aggressive. Okay, very interesting. I'm gonna insta W again to get my HP back so I don't die. Okay, we got the Diana ignite. We have to be very careful with the way we move. I can try to get an ult top lane here. We also have Ornn ult. Looks like a decent angle. Very good sidesteps from Teemo. I could have probably went for a better angle than that. Need to be careful of Teemo's shroom. He's pretty low. My W will most likely reveal him. Okay, it doesn't. I don't think I can reach him. Really well played from him. I think I kill him here. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's not an easy game. I'm not here to show you an easy game anyways. We want to have a challenge where I show you how to play Briar properly. Also, I did 3 mistakes so far this game, and it will always look stupid if you do them. It's very similar to Yi. If you do a mistake, it instantly looks stupid. We got this. All good. All right. I played a game before Briar on this account as well, and it was extremely easy. Diamond Elo. I generally speaking think that Briar is very strong, and I like that I will take the harder game, the more difficult one, right? Also, people are toxic a lot, how to deal with that. There's a high chance I cannot play for grubbies because I don't have any control over the map right now. Completely fine. This looks like a gank, but I don't have any vision control over enemies, so it's very tricky, right? Yeah, I cannot really do much here. I cannot really engage because we're also outnumbered, but I might find a pick here on All-Star. Look what... No, that was so close. I almost got my W healing off. The idea was interesting, but Ekko was not the one I wanted to hit. I think I could have waited a tiny bit for my cooldowns because I need my E. Also with the, I think if I have Q up on that play, I can insta Q stun and then W and then I heal from that. But again, very interesting. So far we have been unfortunate from start to finish, which is completely fine. Completely fine. I will cook up with that. Twitch is fat. We want to play for him. Notice how I always look at my W here below. Nice. You see the trick I do here? I finish the wolf and then immediately go to the next target with my W. I'll do the same here to showcase. So I will show you here. So you W like this. And then you immediately go to the next target and then you use a big W. Like you should use your like second W on the Grump because it's lower HP. The dragon spawned. We're even in CS. So far the entire game looks fine. When I have Titanic, I will be extremely strong. I'm gonna reset here. By Titanic. I'm strong now. I'm gonna communicate one of the fundamentals as much as I can. I cannot go for this because I'm really weak without Titanic. And now the enemies have numbers advantage, so I have to give the dragon. Very stupid death from Nautilus here. Potentially a catch on Diana. Doesn't seem like she's going to engage. I cannot find a catch on her. Enemies have full control because we don't have a support right now. I can try to... Like, Timo already sidestepped upwards. So I'm also gonna use it here. Okay, it's not sidestepping it again. Using your ult is also a little bit of psychology you gotta use. I didn't read the Timo's mind properly yet. You see, my Ornn hates me, my Katarina hates me. On my way mid lane. Man, I think I just need 1 or 2 kills and then I'm enabled. I wanna go Black Cleaver now. I'm gonna get mid lane control here. I know, everyone hates me. Diana's in base, that's why this is really good. We're getting like 2 platings of that. Auto attack reset on the tower. And the Katarina... What was that escape? I thought she's running it down. I think she was running it down. Okay. Gonna be wolves into Grump next. What is that? I mean, I can't go. Why? Because Olis does here too. It's that simple. We don't have the right numbers. I have to have respect. So if the game goes shit, you try to get sneaky catches and especially to just even farm. Because if I am behind and I go even with the Ekko and farm, that's already perfect. We will get our comeback potential chances, you know? I cannot stop him in his invade. Also very well done from him. We need to find an old angle here. Maybe on Ekko. Oh my god. Got my W off. I can try to chase him down actually. I don't think I'm fast enough. Yeah, I'm not fast enough. Ekko is actually pretty decent against Briar. I don't have anything on the map. I'm just gonna go for my wrap buff. Wrap buff into Crux it's going to be. Gonna E here so I can W over the wall again. Nice, we got first blood tower. Okay, I need to try to also play more for the Twitch. We can't kill him, but we got something. Gonna eat him away. Nice. Okay, Ornn does not want to fight, but we can play this slow. I didn't have my E. Maybe I could have delayed my engage a little bit. It is really worth it, but I could have delayed. If I had a little bit more items, like you can see the enemies can't really play it if I'm just a little bit more tanky. That's also the reason I don't go play the Froom King. I would be way too squishy. Okay, we want to play for... I'm going to buy double Ruby here. We have Feats of Strength already. Very nice. Also a really decent Mercs game. I'm going to get bot side camps. I can't really play for Herald right now. Win condition will be Twitch. So I'm going to play... Early on, if he's a win condition, you don't need to play for him. Okay? He is going to be a win condition. You're gonna play for him when he is your win condition. Now, you see, he doesn't have 2 items even. When he has a second item, and then especially his third item, that is when I play for him the most. From a fundamental perspective. I was slightly not enough time for my W to go on the blue buff as well. I have my jungle pet finished now. And I feel pretty strong. Like, this is insane. I'm 1-4. It's like legitimately the worst Briar game I had so far. It's a very good old angle. Very good old angle. Oh. Okay, we needed a faster engage. Diana was bot 2. Like, we take this outcome 100%, but I'm very sure that we could have gotten more out of this. The old angle is, like, I don't mind sacrificing myself for, like, Katarina getting fed, Twitch getting fed. Like, it is for sure worth it. But I'm still not satisfied with the outcomes. Also, you don't really want to have that many assists. Like, you want to first get yourself ahead, like you. And then secondary, you want to have a win condition. And you build that win condition for you being ahead. Everything else is then RNG, luck, positive outcomes. We can do result-based judging, whatever, or you misplaying, right? If I kill this Diana, that's so big. Nice, I get into the game here. She's 100% dead. Remember the review we had? This is exactly what we want. There's no way she can escape. Zero way she can escape. This is exactly what my champ wants. If I, for example, had Yi here, or Belveth, I have like one combo to kill her. With Briar, you have like unlimited combos to kill, because you always have your W and Q again. Okay, we want to go and use our first rotation here. Then use E to disengage. Ult to fear all the others. Could have played it better. My ult wasn't good. I should have just chilled in this bush. Now that's like one full rotation with... I show you again. Let's say this dragon is an enemy champ, right? W, auto, Q, auto, Titanic Hydra, auto, W. And then after you W, use your E, and then you kite away until you have your W and Q again. Then you re-enter on the fight, exactly like that. Perfection. We don't buy boots because first priority is Titanic, second priority is Black Cleaver. And now because we have feats of strength, we want to buy boots next, right? And also because Mercs is insanely valuable here in this game. All right, beautiful. Very interesting, very interesting. Again, I say this again, I already said it a few times. I'm gonna play this champion in higher elo as well. Like, I'm gonna play this champion in challenger elo even. I'm extremely confident on Briar already. Because this champion is so much macro, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. Such a simple character. It's very similar to Yi. Basic kit, yet very high advanced macro. And if you play macro correctly, champion has insane carry potential. So it's gonna be auto Titanic Hydra Q, auto attack W, auto attack. Wait with the W. One more auto attack. I think it dies from the burn, no? Yeah, it dies. Insane, insane. But I think the most important tips you need to take with Briar is that every single auto attack reset needs to be precise, right? I think using the ults like this is not really worth it, right? There's like the distance that your ult needs to travel can always lead to just you not hitting it, right? If you hit it though, that's really good. I want to fight the Teemo here. I show you how strong I am, okay? Teemo's basically a really good champion against you, but look at this. Now that's one combo, one full combo. He's gonna blind me again. Okay, that's it. Teemo is insanely good against Briar because every combo she has a blind. This is insane. Again, if you play correctly, lots of potential. I don't have E, so I need to kite out. Until I have E, and then I will show you how to play it, okay? If you want to... You shouldn't fight this, but I will show you. Now E against the wall, and then dip. Kite again. She just used her dissing... This is why I don't want to fight this. No! I just got my W off. But even if I do, it doesn't matter. I will always die, right? But you got the point. The point was, so again, we WQ, auto attack, and when we're like, okay, now I could potentially die, the Titanic Hydra W full, and then E against the wall. Knock them against the wall, they're stunned. When they're stunned, you either insta-ult, because your ult is, I think, 1.1 second cast time, and your E is 1.5 seconds CC. So the hit rate is then 100% of your ult. That's a consistency. Same with Nocturne, with the Fear and the W, right? I'm not gonna go into that now in detail. My point is, wait, let me buy here first, then I'm gonna buy another pickaxe. We're gonna do bot side camps to do Attacan. Very simple. Okay, so, and then you kite outwards until you have WQ again, and then you can re-engage. Let's fucking go. I can do whatever I want, right? It doesn't matter how I play it. It doesn't matter what I do. You always win. That's the reason why you go Titanic Hydra, because you're so extraordinary tanky. And you know what's funny? Rarely in my entire life in League of Legends have I felt so much confidence. When you hit the ult on the Diana, I can close my eyes legitimately, and she dies. Even if you're 10 level, even when I was 5 levels ahead, I was like, okay, that's a free kill. But with Briar, it's like, this is giga free, 0 chance of survivability. It's like a T-Rex is like chasing you. Yeah, I can play. Nice. We don't need to play for, like, we want to close out the game now. I'm 3 levels ahead of Ekko now. The problem is that our team resets and we are very badly, like poorly, like coordinated. He's upgrading my item. That cleaver's completely fine. I'm gonna ult this actually. Very good sidestep. It's not that easy. Okay, nice. We're gonna go dragon. We don't really want to give the enemies top T2. I don't like the macro going on right now. We're not really grouped. We're like split up a lot. Nice. Okay, now we need to play together. You see, my objectives taking is completely fine. I'll always be full HP taking those objectives. Honestly, I don't want to smite and just kill them. They're it's a 2v3. Like, I'm so confident that I will just win this even if we are outnumbered. Oh my god, that is giga aggressive. That is insane. Yeah, that's, I should not follow. It's so funny. Beautiful, beautiful. And now if I reflect and review my own gameplay, I mean, it is so funny because the mistakes are repeating. History repeats itself here. I say I'm confident I win this, but that is a feeling that is not the reality. It's only in my brain. I'm in a bubble and I'm confused. I need to respect the basic fundamentals to escape my reality to conquer. And then, ladies and gentlemen, everything will be simple. What a game, by the way. I'm 5-7. Holy moly! But still, I hope there's a lot of points you can take away with, right? That's my main goal here with you guys. And it's also fun. It's fun, it's fun. And you see, like, the people are flaming us, like, to the sky. Go Baron and... Always do what you can do, right? It doesn't matter. I play in Diamond, I play in Bronze, I play in Gold, I play in Challenger, I get flamed, right? I just accept since years I'm just getting flamed. I guess I'm just garbage, right? I don't know anything about the game. And this acceptance will also give you a little bit of peace. Go group. Okay? I'm gonna ult here. Fear everyone else. Here against the wall. Oh my god! Stun Timo. Oh my goodness! That's Twitch blew them up! That's the win condition we needed. It's funny how Ornn upgraded my item before Katarina's item. You can clearly see that having a bad mentality will just only lead negative energy towards you. If Katarina was more positive, I'm pretty sure the Ornn... Okay, he just gave it to her. Okay, whatever. GG! Fabulous. Looking forward to my next Briar games. Let's go. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Now, with that being said, if you want to get better and learn the fundamentals that I apply all the time, then here I have for you the complete climbing course. All the lessons that I teach on a daily basis are explained here. And also the mistakes I do are usually on this, the mistakes you do. So if you want to climb, I highly recommend to pick up Briar and I highly recommend to check out the course. One lesson here is for free for you as well. Have a beautiful day and take care of yourself.